What's up guys, Earl here, Fuga Tech, and Samsung has been one of the go-to brands when talking about Android devices. If you are somebody who wants to start this year with a new Samsung device, but on a budget, this video tackles Samsung devices released in 2023 under 15,000 pesos. Note that all of the phones that made it to this list can be purchased on Samsung's official website and online channels, linked in the description box below. Starting off this list is the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. Starting off with the design, this device has a simple and minimalistic design aesthetics that is available in blue, black, and blue colorway. For the display, it has a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 2340 by 1080 that supports a 90Hz refresh rate. Now for cameras, we have a triple rear camera consisting of a 50-megapixel main camera, a 5-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 2-megapixel macro camera. Now when it comes to performance, the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G has a MediaTek Dimensity 6100 Plus that features a Mali G57 MC2 GPU. It comes available in 4, 6, or 8 gigs of RAM and 128 or 256 gigs of internal storage, which can also be expanded via a shared micro SD card slot. For connectivity, we have 5G support, making this device future-proof, and for ports, we have the new standard USB Type-C port. Now for batteries, this device has a sizable 5000 mAh cell, which on paper can last you a day or two depending on your usage. And lastly, for software, the Samsung Galaxy A15 5G is upgradable to Android 14 and in One UI 6. The as-configured Samsung Galaxy A15 5G goes for 14,990 pesos. There's also a non-5G variant if you want to save some centavo for 13,990 pesos. Next on this list of Samsung Galaxy phones under 15,000 pesos is the Galaxy A14 5G. A slightly turned-down version of the A15, the A14 5G packs a plastic frame and back panel but still resembles the higher-end A15 variant. This device has a slightly bigger 6.6-inch LCD panel that has a resolution of 2408 by 1080 at 400 ppi, an Exynos 1330 chipset or a MediaTek Dimensity 700 depending on which region you are in, that features a Mali G57 MC2 or G68 MP2 GPU. Now for memory and storage configuration, this device has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage, which is also expandable via a micro SD card slot. Now for batteries, we still get a big 5000 mAh capacity with support for 15-watt wired charging, a side-mounted fingerprint scanner for security, and a USB Type-C port for charging and data transfers. Now when it comes to the camera system, it features a triple rear camera setup that consists of a 50-megapixel main sensor, 2-megapixel macro lens, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. If you want to get this handset, it has an SRP of 10,990 pesos, which is 5K less than the Galaxy A15. Third on this list is the Samsung Galaxy A05S. With almost the same design aesthetics as the Galaxy A15 5G, the Galaxy A05S runs almost half the price of the A15 5G with a slightly trickled down specs and features. For starters, we have a 6.7-inch IPS LCD panel that features a 90Hz refresh rate, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 processor coupled with an Adreno 610 GPU. It is also available in 3 configurations: 64 gigs plus 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs plus 4 gigs of RAM, or 128 gigs plus 6 gigs of RAM. Now when it comes to its cameras, it has a triple rear camera setup that features a 50-megapixel main camera, 2-megapixel macro, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, there's a 13-megapixel up front. Now for connectivity, unfortunately, this device only supports 4G LTE, but on the upside, we get a USB Type-C port. For the battery, there's a 5000 mAh lithium-ion cell that supports 25-watt charging. For software, out of the box, it runs on Android 13 skinned with One UI 5.1 on top. The Samsung Galaxy A05S is one of the best affordable Galaxy devices you can get from the 2023 lineup at 7,980 pesos for the 4 gigs plus 128 gigs storage variant, and comes available in black and light green for a little pop of color. Next on this list is the Samsung Galaxy A24. It features a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED panel with support for 90Hz refresh rate. It supports a MediaTek Helio G99 chipset, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gigs of storage, which is also expandable up to 1 TB via microSD card. For cameras, we have a triple rear camera setup composed of a 50-megapixel main camera with OIS, 5-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel macro sensor. For selfies, it features a 12-megapixel front camera. For software, it's upgradable to Android 14 skin with One UI 6. Now for connectivity, there's 4G LTE, Bluetooth 5.3, and USB Type-C. Battery-wise, we have another 5000 mAh cell with 25-watt fast charging. The Samsung Galaxy A24 is priced at 12,990 pesos for the 8 gigs of RAM plus 128 gigs storage variant. Now, here are some honorable mentions for the Samsung devices you can buy under 15,000 pesos. Now, first off on this honorable mentioned list is the Samsung Galaxy A04, which has a 6.5-inch LCD panel, MediaTek Helio P35 that features a PowerVR GA8320 GPU, a dual camera setup featuring a 12-megapixel main and a 2-megapixel depth sensor, and a 5-megapixel selfie camera. It runs on Android 12 skin with One UI Core 4.1. It also gets a dedicated microSD card slot for expandable storage, 4 gigs of RAM, and 64 gigs of internal storage, and is priced at 5,900 pesos. Or 6,490 pesos for the Galaxy A04e with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage. Now, next on this honorable mentions list is the Samsung Galaxy A13 5G that packs a 6.5-inch display, Android 13, MediaTek Dimensity 700 with Mali G57 GPU paired with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage that is expandable via micro SD card slot. For cameras, we have a triple rear camera setup, namely a 50-megapixel wide, 2-megapixel macro, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor, and it is available for only 13,990 pesos. And there you have it, guys. These are the Samsung Galaxy phones you can buy under 15,000 pesos. Let us know what you guys think about these smartphones, and if we missed something, let us know in the comments section below. If you find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future uploads, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and visit yougettech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Aurel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.